Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
I'm Wade.
I'm Ash.
And we are
Ash and Wade.
Well, welcome back. We're so glad you were able to check out our first two episodes, episode 1 and episode 2 of Ready to Love. And here we have episode 3. We're going to review this third installment. So, Ash, kick us off.
Yes. Last episode, Kiva and Pastor Chris were cut.
Sorry, guys.
The power has shifted to the men. And they are charged with the task of narrowing down the number of ladies from 12 to 10. So by the end of this episode, 2 ladies will be cut.
Hold on, time out. We went from 8 guys to 5 guys, and from 5 guys to 3 guys, and in the first episode, first time we get a chance, it only goes from 12 to 10?
Yes, unfortunately. It's not fair.
That was not fair at
No.
all. All these guys, Pastor Chris,
Yeah, all these good guys got cut.
Devin,
Yeah.
Darnell.
Darnell.
All right. Well, at least we got the power now.
I guess.
We got the power
Whatever.
now.
Yeah,
gonna
all
see
3
who
of y'all.
We like. We gonna see who we like.
Yeah,
now.
all 3 of y'all.
The 3 kings. The 3 kings.
So the men remaining are Mike, Alex, and Aaron.
Okay.
And now we have all 12 women remaining,
All 12.
which will be narrowed down to 10.
Yes.
The men have the power.
Yes, we have the power.
And in the beginning, Nephew Tommy sits down with the ladies and kind of has a little chat with them about just to go over, the power has switched, and now they're going to have to step up their game to attract one of the guys and kind of make a connection with one of the guys. A series of dates is going on.
Let's not forget, Nephew Tommy lets all the ladies know, you get a man,
Yeah.
and you get a man, and you get a man. So they all we getting a man, right?
Right. Yeah, the first date is...
Well, the first date is Aaron and Alex.
Alex, Angel, and Courtney. And
What's interesting about this date?
What's interesting about this date is that both ladies are infatuated with Aaron.
Alex was left out.
Yeah, they give all
Alex
the
even
attention.
mentions, go ahead, y'all. Just talk about my man while I'm right here.
They give all the attention to Aaron, and Alex just feels like the third wheel.
Yep.
Like, nobody is trying to get to know Alex, which is weird because, Alex is a good dude.
He's a good dude. I will say this. Courtney made a mistake because Aaron did let both of them know he's feeling Angel. Right now. And the Angel got his attention.
Yes.
And so Courtney should have taken that as a sign that, maybe I should look at other options.
Absolutely. If I was Courtney at that table, I would have been like, oop, all I need to know is switch my attention right to Alex. It's like, yo, what's up? What's going on
because she saw how he was vibing with Angel. And so she was like, you vibe like this with everybody.
Yeah.
And you know what he said? Well, you know.
Charm comes easy.
Right.
But connection don't.
Connection, what I'm saying? That's
What?
not something that come easy, you know what I mean? And I got connection with Angel. But hey,
right.
That don't mean you left out, Courtney.
Right. He told them both to their face that, if it came down to it, he would choose Angel.
But I ain't gonna leave you. That don't mean you can't take that spot either, Courtney. You know what I mean?
Like, what? With Aaron, you never get a concrete, straight answer. Like, come on, dude.
So you saw right through Aaron, huh?
I sure did. That
first episode?
First episode when he started lifting his shirt up and all that nonsense. Saw right through that. He was about nothing. He wasn't about, on the show to actually find something. Right. So he just playing around. And I just feel so bad for these ladies that had to go through that charade with Aaron. Like, that's just not.
Yeah, he just needs to be more decisive. Take it seriously.
Right, especially for the age group that is there. Like, this isn't high school. These are like real professionals. They have their own.
Maybe that's why he feels that he needs to really open up to each option, because maybe in the past he's locked in on something and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like Mike, he saw who he wanted. He didn't want to take advantage. As a matter of fact, he had to play the game in order to get to who he wanted. Almost the same thing with Alex.
But he didn't lead anybody on though, like
He didn't.
but like Aaron is doing.
Aaron is definitely leading people on, and I guess that's the problem.
Yes.
You know, he's like he said, going through the charade. And
Yeah.
Darnell and Devin, if this was the case, deserved the chance.
They deserved a chance
to look for love,
man.
because Aaron is not taking the.
It would have been a
seriously.
whole different show if Darnell and Devin were still on the show.
Yeah.
Like completely different.
Right. It should have been at least not 3 but 5 dudes with them
Yes.
two. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
And they were stand-up dudes.
Yes.
So, Cigar Lounge. That is where Nephew Tommy gives the men the opportunity, chit-chat, talk about the dates, talk about the ladies, how they're feeling them. It almost gives them an opportunity so they're not butting heads when it comes to the ladies that they like. So, Nephew Tommy, during the powwow was just, like, we're going to have to take this from 12 to 10. So, fellas, really fill out these ladies. And, Tommy sets up group dates. And this is why I say it's got a really Mac Daddy appeal to it. The group dates are really unfair to the ladies. Mm-hmm. It's one guy to 4 ladies. At least give them at least some singles, one-on-one time with these dates so they really get to dive in with one another. But it was like 1 to 4.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair. The first date is Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes out Courtney, Angel, Christina, and Stormy. And they go bowling.
Right.
So how was that date, May?
I think that date went well. I think he was able to do something competitive, and that really brought out Christina's competitive nature.
And as well
Playfulness.
as her playfulness. And he questioned her seriousness,
Right.
which I could see valid. Mike is looking for somebody that's, ready to settle down, ready to have
Right.
kids, and she wasn't fitting the bill for him.
Her frame is kind of like younger than what she looks. She's 31 or 33, and she looks like in her mid-20s because of how her frame is. And so maybe he wasn't physically attracted to her, and then on top of that, her playfulness kind of made it look like a little sister, a little cousin type to him. So he wasn't really feeling her on that date. I think he didn't say anything else about Angel, Courtney, and Stormy, because I think Stormy was kind of in limbo right now. She really liked Pastor Chris. She's now looking and being open to the process. She said she's starting from ground zero now to see who she really likes. And I think Mike knew Courtney and Angel were on Aaron, because I think they were talking about him during the date.
They were talking about him during the date.
So,
and both of them said, they were really feeling Aaron. And he was like, okay.
Why y'all saying that right now? You're on the date with me. But hey, they let it be known. And a lot of these ladies pigeonhole themselves to Aaron, knowing he's not going to do that to them.
Right.
He's not going to commit and choose you, or he's just going to be flip-flop with it. Right. So, but yeah, that was the date. I think it was really good. It pointed out a lot of their attributes. I think Mike knew at that moment, for him, Christina wasn't something.
And it kind of also solidified his first choice in Shay. It was like, I really need to get to know Shay a little bit better.
Right.
So that was Mike's date. And so the next one was Alex, and he took out Ashley, Melinda, Tiffany, and Shantae. Unfortunately, Tiffany wasn't able to make it.
And that's his number one choice. So
yeah, so that was like,
this date
so
is
he's
all right.
Yeah, okay.
I'll see what happens.
Yeah. So they go-karting, which is interesting. Another competitive activity. And, Alex kind of just is straight up with the ladies that are there, with Ashley, Shantae, and Melinda. He's like, Tiffany's my first choice. Hey. And Shantae points out, he's like, I really respect you for being 100, because I think Shantae asked him, who was your first choice? And he answered honestly, and she was like, I really respect that. But Tiffany better watch out, because, I'm coming for it.
And he liked that.
He liked that.
And I think that was one of the first ladies he met.
Shantae.
On episode 1. Yeah. And they had this little playful,
okay,
all right, to each other. So I think she really likes him, and he can tell that, but he respects her enough to let her know. I'm really eyeing Tiffany right now. And I think this is when he first got an initial taste to Ashley, who, you know, really brought out a fun side of him too in that date. And I think all of them were having fun, you know, going back and forth with the go-karting. So that was a good day, good choice for them to, you know, like you said, be competitive, but also share their feelings with one another.
So the last group date was Aaron, Shataba, Shay, Dr. Lexi, and Rita. And they go to like a trampoline arena place.
Can't you tell when she's talking about something that has to do with Aaron? She's
I don't want to say hate.
All right.
Hate is a strong word. I just do not care for Aaron. I just think he's just playing, and I just feel so bad for the ladies that are on the show. Like,
yo, Aaron, you real cool, man. You flop. You so cool, bruh. But hey. So, Aaron, is something wrong with this guy?
Something's wrong with him. He over there pulling up his shirt.
He loves to do that.
And Shay just gets on and is like, yo, like, that's so high school. Like, I feel like in my high school, I feel like that's something my younger brother would do. Like, stop.
Yep,
like,
that's exactly what she said.
Yeah, so.
Just doing too much.
Just doing too much. And then, you know, Aaron shares that he's feeling Rita. You know, he's like, oh, there's just something about her, but, you know, very shallow and basic and surface, honestly. And so during the day, Aaron and the ladies sit down, and Aaron kind of shares, you know, that he's heard that recognizes. People and recognizes.
He getting a lot of attention.
Yes, that people are saying, oh yeah, you know, you're making a lot of connections, you're getting a lot of attention, and to him, it doesn't seem like, you know, he's making a true connection. He just, you know, and he even said he just, you know, making. You know, having interactions and, you know, just playing the game basically. And
what he's basically saying is, as a man, if I want you, I'm going to come for you.
Right.
And until that point, you know, all this back and forth with, oh, I like you, you like me, it's really not sustainable. So I think he even basically admitted that to them, and I think they at that moment knew maybe this guy's not for me, you know, because I don't think none of them really wanted to continue that, you know, date. So a lot of the ladies on the dates, let's say Alex's date, I think, you know, he got Ashley's attention, or she got his attention. You know, Mike's date, he understood none of these ladies, you know, Christina might be the one that's got to go from 12 to 10, or she's got to be going. Aaron's date, it was nothing that he got from it. It was more what they got from it. More what they saw as, you know, you really getting all this attention, and then you're not really trying to lock nothing down. You loving it. You know, you want it to continue. This is like you're playing a game. And so what they're really saying in this new episode, or this last date, is, you know, pretty much Shay understood at this moment.
Shay understood.
I'm with Mike.
Yep.
I ain't with nothing else.
Period. Yep.
Especially Aaron.
Yep. So Mike and Shay go out on a one-on-one date, and it's so cute to see really Mike and Shay interact because they really have a connection.
Yes.
They went and played pool together, and you know how you play pool together.
Let me get behind you real quick. Shoot, that's real quick. Okay.
So I really enjoyed the connection that Mike and Shay have. They are really cute together. They have a lot of chemistry. And the date just really, I think, reiterated to Mike that, you know, Shay is someone that he could see himself with. Now, on the other hand, Shay was kind of questioning, you know, herself, and just saying, you know, since I've been through a lot or whatever, I don't want to fully jump in without actually, you know, getting to know this guy. So she is, you know, being cautious and taking the right steps to, you know, make sure that this is the guy for her.
Right. So, you know, she had her son. He's 18 now. She really didn't get any help with that from her previous relationship with whoever that was. And so she's really guarded, and she doesn't know if she can trust Mike as of yet. But Mike is kind of, you know, creating a door for himself with how personable he is, how, you know, their deep connection that they have already just from attraction, and also, you know, how funny he is. So I think she enjoys that too. And, you know, they had a wonderful time, you know, just playing the pool and doing that. So I think she's letting her guard down a little bit, but Mike is, you know, letting her know I'm serious about other things as well. And she has to really think about that. She has to think and, you know, mull over, is she ready for another child? And that's what he wants, a legacy. And so, you know, and Shay is 44, you know.
Yes, but
So, she looks 24. She does look 24. She doesn't look 44, excuse me, at all.
She looks really good for her age.
It looks like Chili.
Yeah, she's really pretty.
Got them nice edges like my baby.
Nice edges.
And so, you know, there are options for them if, you know, they really want a child and if she doesn't want to do a natural birth. But
I feel like Mike really wants like the whole natural, like conception, birth. Like he doesn't. I don't think he's the kind to go for the other options. But hey, they're there.
They'll have to make that decision. But you know, she's saying, you know, just from her personality, you know, she's a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
And Mike says, "But you're not too much for me."
Hey.
That was so
that was on point, Mike. Mike, great response, Mike. Yes, all that, all them feels.
All the feels.
Yes, so very nice.
Yes.
So, Mike and Shay, so far on the show, the best couple.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for Mike and Shay.
Melinda, she invites
So Melinda invites Aaron over.
You see how her attitude changes?
I cannot stand Aaron.
Aaron,
so
he has problems.
Not here. I'm not here for it. Aaron, I'm not here for it. I see it and I'm just not. Melinda invites Aaron over for dinner.
Boy, did she cook. She threw down. She had everything.
I'm just not.
Mac and cheese, the greens, the fried chicken. She had a spread. Thanksgiving spread, babe.
Let me tell y'all.
You not here for the foolishness?
I'm not here for it. So Melinda goes all out for somebody that's not even putting in 50% for her. Has not told her that, you know, I feel her, that hasn't. No.
That's not true.
No.
That she even showed him pictures of FaceTime and she been recording everything.
He's just playing the game. I'm talking about somebody that it has been intentional with, you know, come to her with, you know, intent. I ain't cooking for nobody that ain't mine.
Yeah, I feel that. But I think what she's doing is kind of trying to judge and figure out, you know, late night, you know, we FaceTime and you text me all this stuff. You know, tell me if you real, because I don't want you leading me on. She even straight up said, yo, you gotta be real with me. Is this for real?
But you don't ask that after you done spent hours in the kitchen. Nah. You should have asked that back at the FaceTime. That's when you should have asked
and that. She probably did. She probably let her know, I'm gonna cook for you. He's like, yeah, come on, show me what you got.
I just feel like Melinda is really
head over
setting herself up.
With the phrase.
No, there are no words for
there are no words.
There are no words. But I feel like Melinda is really setting herself up for...
Yeah, she is. She is.
For a huge letdown.
Because if you gotta ask, yo, what are your real intentions, then the person probably isn't being 100 with you.
Right.
So you should have known not to lay out the spread. And then you're gonna request kisses. She said, for everything you like, for everything that tastes good, you gotta give me a kiss.
Y'all, the desperation.
Is it? Is really desperate?
It's insane.
It's bad.
I mean, how would you feel if somebody asked you that, like, cook for you?
I mean, first of all, if they gotta ask me, you know, first of all, if you gotta ask me to kiss you, I've probably not been trying to kiss you. I've probably not been trying to get in. Listen here. But seriously though, she's asking for intimacy. Come on, if it was really there,
it would have
been there. Yeah, especially if you're cooking for the man.
Right, it would have been automatic.
Right. Yeah. So he's eating the food. He was like, "Yo, I like this. I like that." And she's like, "Well, for everything you like, you gotta give me a kiss. For everything you like." And then everything he liked, he gave her a kiss. But how you getting them side kisses?
Gave them cheek kisses, not even on the lip. She was waiting for the lip kiss.
She was going in for the lip kiss.
Yeah.
And he gave her the side,
cheek.
the grandma
cheek.
ma kisses.
Yeah.
My grandma, that was some good food.
Yeah.
Man, I feel bad for her in that moment. It was really sad. It was really, because she said, being desperate, cooking, you know what I'm saying, laying out the spread, and this man is like, yeah, you flaw.
Yeah. That's all he had to say.
You flaw. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. And then in the confessional, he wanted to say, oh, yeah, she putting on the pressure, you know, putting on too much pressure. What?
Yeah. And the thing is, Tommy called them both out on it. Or Tommy called him out on that.
Yeah,
said, yo,
did you tell her?
did you tell her that? And he said, no.
No.
Well, if you're not telling her that, then you're basically BSing.
Yeah.
And you're not being upfront and 100.
And you're leading her on. And you're giving her false hope.
Yep. So, Melinda,
Man.
she's getting led, like you said, into the trap.
Into
for her
the trap.
to be out of here. But hey. Anyway.
So, the next date, Alex takes Christina out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cute. It's alright. Christina's playful
really
side comes out. And Alex isn't feeling that. Because, you know, again, he's one of the serious ones that looking for, you know, somebody to love. He's truly ready to love.
Folk. These are 35 and up. I think she's one of the youngest contestants. So I think she really had that youthfulness about her that kind of showed you're like my little sister or like you're like my friend. Not really you're like a wife. Because when she when it was asked of her, what do you have to offer? She said, I can be your best friend. I can give you laughs all day.
Give you laughs. Okay.
And that does sound like a friend.
Yeah, Alex was not. Yeah, Alex was not impressed by that at all. And would you, Wade?
I
Were
mean,
you impressed by that?
I love your playfulness. I love a woman who can, you know, be competitive, can talk about sports, all of that. She has that. But I don't think she had the attractiveness that Alex was looking for. Because Alex immediately was drawn to Tiffany. And I think Christina is not Tiffany. And so that wasn't going to work out. I think another date was Aaron and Shantae, right?
Aaron and Shantae. And again, I hate talking about Aaron because I just know he's playing.
Yeah. And Shantae does too.
Yeah. So Shantae peeps game on this date.
Yeah. And,
you know, at first, you know, is talking to Aaron about, you know, oh, I think you're attractive and I really like you and I would like to get to know you and things like that. And then, you know, reverses the question on Aaron and asks Aaron, you know, how does he feel about her? And he can't do nothing but laugh, you know, and beat around the bush. And I mean, look at you.
Look at you.
Okay. Just nothing of substance.
No substance.
Nothing.
He just got a home cooked meal. He ain't got no substance to give to her. He is playing the game. Right. He is at a buffet. Anybody can get it.
Right.
I ain't picking no entrees off the menu to take home. No to-goes. I'm here for the buffet, the Fred's Market buffet.
The Fred's Market buffet is good, but come on, Aaron. Come on.
So she says, you know, I can tell that you BSing, bro. You over here talking about, because she asked him, would you see anything with me? He's like, you know what? I'm open to it. And of course, that doesn't breed confidence. That doesn't say, I really like you or I want something further with you, which is the point of the show.
Right.
So she's just going to call him out on that. And she eviscerated him and was like, yo, you know what? I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see, but I could tell when someone BSing me. Yeah. And so she knew it.
Yeah. I mean, in the confessional, Aaron is like, you know, like how it's hard to make a connection with someone that you're not attracted to. But, I mean, if you play in the game, like, try. You didn't even try. Yeah. So.
It was sad.
Yeah, it was sad. And I'm glad that Shantae peep game, like, straight off the bat.
Right.
Like, don't play.
Right. Because all he has to say, I think all the women is, you smooth. Yeah. You cool. You flaw. And then all the women, well, especially Shantae, she could tell, like, come on, bruh. This is filler. This is all
surface.
This is nothing
right.
deep or you are shallow.
Right.
So she's basically called him out for it.
I cannot deal with Aaron. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't.
He is riding the fence. He can't choose from Shantae, from Angel, from Courtney. I mean, he even early in this episode said, "Hey, I'm with Angel, but Courtney."
But Courtney.
So we know where Aaron's at right now with this new date. He basically called himself out,
right?
And she called him out,
right? It's like we know where Mike is at with Shay.
Alex got Tiffany,
right?
We know where these dudes stand.
Yeah.
Aaron,
we don't know. We don't know.
Next time, every time we talk about Aaron, you can tell where we stand with Aaron or where Aaron is standing in this process.
I can't.
It's real. Last date.
Last date is Alex and Dr. Lexi. So they're on this date. The topic about Dr. Lexi's, appearance comes back up. And I think that was because Alex, kind of told her that at the mansion when they first met, she kind of
intimidated him. She had an aura about herself that was very self-confident and, if you're going to come at me, you better come at me type attitude. And I guess that wasn't really attractive to him.
Yeah.
He felt like, maybe she had too much makeup on. Maybe she walked with, too much
confidence.
Right.
I don't know how you can do that,
arrogance, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and she's a doctor, so she probably does feel like, she said the Army trained her to be all she could be. So she feels like if you can't handle it, you can't handle it pretty much. Right. But when she's told that she can't handle it, she gets really defensive really fast. And I think that was a turnoff as well. I think ultimately the makeup issue, her not being able to be accepted for how she wants to present herself was a disrespect or a slight, it seemed. And, Alex being the stand-up dude he is, apologized on the spot, was like, you know what, I'm sorry if I offended you. I didn't mean to put it that way. And she really started almost tearing up and got really aggressive and really, defensive about why dudes feel that way. Not just Alex, why gentlemen in period. She said she feels that way. She's had to struggle with that, with dudes not being able to get past that facade that she may exude or that type of, wall that she may put up just from her experience with being in the Army and not being able to be who she wants to be. She feels free when she wears makeup, I believe. She feels free when she's able to exude that type of confidence. So guys, get back to the Cigar Lounge. The Cigar Lounge is where the guys get the powwow. We're really going to narrow it down to 12 to 10. What do we got? Guys, talk about it. Christina, she's high on the list to get the boot. Dr. Lexi as well. And I think Shantae was thrown in there, but because of the connection she had with Alex, I think she was able to stay. So I think they came to the conclusion that they're going to have to tell these ladies, because usually Tommy let the dudes know, yeah, you're gone. But in this time around, it's the gentleman's responsibility to let them know that they're not feeling these ladies and to let them go. So I believe Alex went to have a date with Christina, and Mike went to have a date with Dr. Lexi. And I think they both understood. They both could feel, maybe this isn't the process for us. So I think they both let them down in a gentleman way.
Yes.
So,
yes, more so Alex. Alex is really sweet because he brought a rose to his little meeting with Christina. And I thought that was a sweet gesture.
That was nice.
And at the end of it, Christina ended up giving it back because, you don't give friends to...
Right.
you don't give roses to friends.
Yeah, she was hurt.
Yeah,
was Alex was trying to be nice.
Yeah, he was trying to be nice.
He's got one of the biggest hearts on this show. He does. And Mike, he was being straight up. He was real. And I think she understood, Mike is for Shay. So, and, she had, of course, the makeup on again. And, a new dude. But, she drove away in her nice Corvette, though.
what's for you is for you.
You're right.
So,
well, unfortunately, we gotta say goodbye to the ladies.
Yep. Christina and Dr. Lexi.
How do I say goodbye?
Dr. Lexi, I'm sure you'll find something. Christina, I'm sure you'll find something.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
Yeah.
So that is our review of
that's the
episode
review.
3. I am Wade.
I'm Ash, and we out.
out.